Alrighty, fellas, welcome back to another day. Christmas morning. Christmas Day. This is filming this on 23rd. You're seeing this on Christmas Eve. So it's Christmas Eve, but we're talking about the Christmas Day games. Let's hop straight in there. Let's waste no more fucking time. No more bullshit to go around. We have two ball games for you today. Obviously, the Kansas City Chiefs at the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is going to be a low-scoring game, right? Obviously, you go to the totals, you go to the events, you go to Week 17, and you're like, all right, the total of this game is 44.5. Is it really, though? I think I like the under on this one pretty easily. Chiefs tend to lean under anyway. Obviously, the Steelers have had some high-scoring games recently. I don't think that happens here today. I think it's an easy under here for the Steelers and Chiefs. With that being said, we're going to take some unders. And we're going to start with my boy, Najee Harris, going under 42.5 rushing yards. You can take him going under, I think it's alt. You can take him under 49.5, but I would definitely lean 42.5. We got him on 43.5 on FanDuel. 42.5 feels like a great spot here. As you can just see on props.cash, this is going to be one of the easiest spots to kind of see everything unfold for him. Najee Harris has obviously the past few games struggled very badly and is clearly dealing with some injury, is not fully healthy, is playing bad, and his snap counts have shown that 52, 42, 33, and 28 over the past few games. Hey, these were close games, right? Philly was a close – Baltimore was a close game. Philly, not as much. Cleveland, close game. Cincinnati, close game. You expect him to play more, but obviously he didn't. Which is concerning, right? Now they go against the Chiefs, who are the #1 team versus the run this season. So obviously there are some concerns there. Obviously you're going to look at that and be like, what the fuck? And they're probably like, oh, his line is so low. But there's a reason his line is so low, you know? And I know that's everyone's scariest thing is they're like, oh, the line's super low, so I can't take it. No, that means, honestly, it's more of an encouraging sign when the line is low because you just know he's not going to get that much volume. And we all know Najee Harris isn't someone that's going to just break a fucking 60-yard run. He hasn't been that guy for a very long time. I don't think he's going to be that guy this week. Again, here's a different view from Fantasy Life. If you're not on Fantasy Life, use code BDG to sign up on Fantasy Life. This is just the snap counts, right? 46, 58, 40, 50, 42, 34, 28. It hasn't been above 50 since week 11. And now you go to rush attempts. You're like, all right, maybe it's just snap count. You know, it could be just different game script. They're passing more. No. 35% of run attempts, 38% of rush attempts, 46% of rush attempts. Obviously, week 13, you like to see the 62, but he's not there anymore. He's had back-to-back games, obviously 35 and 38, of games where he's had less than 10 rushing attempts. And you look at Jalen Warren, 50% of rushing attempts, 24, 26. So he's starting to eat in, seeing more and more snaps, 52, 51, 67. Cordy P is getting involved, 5%, 15%, 13%. Just annoying carries that are being taken away that are going to guys like Cordy P. So again, we really like that under here. And again, he's playing a team that is just the best team versus the run this season. So I expect an easy under here today. Heading to our next play in this Kansas City game, I'm going to go with the passing touchdowns, and we're going Patrick Mahomes. Now, I get you look at this, and you're like, well, he hasn't been hitting this as consistently. He's only hit this in 7 to 15 games this season. He has hit this in 5 of the last 9 games, so it's a little bit better than 50%. But I look at it as Patrick Mahomes in away games this season has absolutely crushed 5 of 7 games. Not only that, but he's playing a team that's very good against the run. And when you play teams against the run, you're going to need some help on the passing side of things. They obviously have Marquise Brown back now, who made a very big impact last week. I expect him to do something similar here this week. And I expect this passing game to really get moving. I understand Patrick Mahomes is dealing with some injuries, but I still think these passing touchdown allowed feels just like in that perfect spot of 1.5 passing touchdowns in a game where the over-under is 44.5. And again, I still think it leads lower, but I still think Patrick Mahomes takes advantage. So again, it's in this perfect spot where the rushing is going to be tough to come by for this team. And I expect them to have to pass the ball a lot here today and to put up a lot of points. Is going to take Patrick Mahomes on Christmas. Again, last time he played Pittsburgh in 2022, 5 passing touchdowns. I'm not one to say, but you can say it. I think I really like that spot for Patrick Mahomes. Those are the only 2 spots I have in this game. Other leans I like the Travis Kelce over in this game. Pittsburgh's bad against tight ends, so you want to take advantage of that. You can. George Pickelsteins, is he back? Is he actually back? No way. Listen, it says George Pickens is going to play today, or play this week. I do not think that's a good thing. I might lean all of his unders. That is not good. And you're probably like, why are we saying that's not good? It should be a good thing he's playing. I would take his low on everything. Now that I'm seeing this, you're seeing this live too when I'm saying this. Lower 60, like he is coming off a hamstring injury. That was a grade 2 hamstring injury. I've had 2 of those myself. Now I understand I'm nowhere near the athlete of George Pickens, but playing in my day in college, grade 2 injuries are no fucking joke. Hamstring injuries are no fucking joke. He's only done individual. He has not gone through a full hitting practice, a full game. Now going against Trent McDuffie. Wow, that is a high line for a guy coming off a hamstring injury. I really hate that spot, and I hate that he's playing this early, this quick to come back. I just think that's a recipe for disaster, and I hope I'm wrong. Like, I truly hope I'm wrong. But based off what I know about hamstring injuries, that is tough tits. Leaning the lower there. Baltimore-Houston, 4:30 game. This is going to be a pretty big game. Obviously, CJ's trying to figure it all out. Now, no more Tank Dell. What does that mean for the team? Nico Collins' line is at 91.5 receiving yards. I have a lower for CJ Stroud here. It's going to be a tough ball game, and I get on paper, Baltimore looks like, hey, they're ass against the pass. They're ass at this and that. But in the past 6 weeks, they are the highest EPA team per play. Like, they are the best team or lowest EPA per play team. They are one of the best defenses in the entire league over the past few weeks. They've allowed 4 of the last 4 quarterbacks to go under their passing yard lines. They have been shutting down teams left and right. Now you go against CJ Stroud, short week, and with no Tank Dell now in the passing game. I understand they picked up Deontay Johnson. I don't think that matters for dick. I truly think CJ Stroud is going to struggle in this game. So I think he's easily going to go under this mark in this game. Again, less weapons against a tough defense. And I think that I don't want to say they get blown out, but it's hard for me to see Houston really compete in this game unless CJ has a pretty big week. But if you go to CJ's recent games, like CJ has been one of the most sophomore slumpy of slumps you could possibly have. Like, you look at this line, he's hit this 5 of 15 games this season. That's not hot. And now you go against one of the best defenses over the past later half of the year. Yeah, that feels like an easy lower for me. And our next play is going to be Derrick Henry to go over 18.5 longest rush. I think this is an easy smash. Derrick Henry should crush this line as he has all season, right? He's hit over this line in 12, 15 weeks this season. He's broken a big run in damn near every single fucking game. Now he goes against a Houston defense that allows the 11th most explosive runs to opposing running backs this season. I understand they don't allow a ton of rushing yards, but again, I think Baltimore's going to be up big in this one. They're only 5.5-point favorites, but I think they should be more in a spread that's over 46. I think both these games go under, but I do think the Ravens are going to run the ball. They're going to try to establish the run early, and it's going to be tough for Houston to stop them. And Derrick Henry's crushed Houston in the past, as we all know, as his Titan phases. So I think he's going to continue to crush Houston here today. I think this is a great spot. All my bets are taken on Pickett. So make sure if you're not on Pickett, you get on Pickett because you can see all my plays right here. Patrick Mahomes, CJ Stroud, Derrick Henry, Nikola Jokic, Najee Harris. You can take advantage of all of them and place them all on Underdog when you use code BDGE when you sign up. Not only will you get $1,000, but you'll get a Patrick Mahomes free square. So again, make sure you take advantage, lock it in. Use code BDG when you sign up on Pickett. It's absolutely free. You can take advantage. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. And I will see you guys for Thursday Night Football tomorrow. Peace.